around the world. What do you think when it comes to a president of the country, not getting, the treatment in Nigeria as against traveling here to London? I mean, a lot of Nigerians come here all the time for, for their visa. They come here for, all kind of different activities. If you're just joining us, I say good evening and welcome to Star Radio UK once again. It is the finest African and Caribbean radio station, and I am live behind the Nigerian High Commission in London, where we are having this exclusive report back to the studio. One thing is, should we continue to tolerate medical tourism? We see that a lot of the governors, the politicians, they have the quality means, to take their family out of the country for medical activities and then medical treatment. But what about average Nigerians that do not have that same opportunity? What do we tell an average Nigerian that is struggling to get a good medical care in UCH, in Lagos, in the north, in the southeast, but yet we have the president still in London taking medical treatment? The question then is, what happened to all the money that has been budgeted when it comes to the medical facility in Nigeria? I mean, let us take a look at it as an example. How would you expect the British citizen to react if Boris Johnson was meant to travel down to Germany or France for medical treatment? This is the question I am putting out to all our listeners that are watching us from around the globe this evening is, do we tolerate medical tourism? I mean, President Muhammadu Buhari has been in London taking medical treatment, but yet money has been budgeted for the treatment facility in Abuja that he could have taken those facility, but he refused to do so. Rather, he wants to be in London to get those treatment. And this is why we have come down this evening. As you can see right behind me is the Nigerian High Commission in London, where we are reporting from. I mean, what is the budget for the Abuja medical facility? If you remember, and at about 7:30, we'll be going straight to the Ilana Modua. When it comes to the Yoruba nation, we'll be discussing that at about 7:30. I'll be giving you some of the latest update from Abuja, what we know so far in terms of those that were taken away, during the DSS raid to Chief Sunday Igboho's house on the 1st of July. I'll also be telling you a little bit more about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The lawyer have given us information that they've now had opportunity to sit down with him as well. So we're going to be discussing all that as well. I say good evening to you, Prince Eze Eyinacho. I did miss your call this morning. I'll be returning that call later on. I say good evening. And he says on the comment here, free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and also free Chief Sunday Igboho now. Also, we have watching us on our Facebook page on Star Radio UK. Please, if you're watching us, do share the broadcast so that we can get more people. Prince Olugba Ajayi says, Koiki, you are well done, brother. You are really working tirelessly. Also, Prince Eze Eyinacho says, Koiki Media all the way, but we are transmitting from Star Radio UK this evening. Morenike Gracious Child says, Koiki, the true sayer. We also have Prince Olugbade Ajayi saying, Odua Nation has come to stay. Also, Eniton says, please, any update and news about Chief Sunday Igboho? I'll be trying as much as possible to give us what we know so far from what the legal team are telling us in Benin Republic. If you know and remember that Chief Sunday Igboho was stopped after the Nigerian government put a wanted on his name while he was making his way to Germany with his wife. So the Beninese stopped him, and as you can remember, there was quite a lot of people saying all kind of different things. But the legal representatives from Benin have given us assurance that Nigerian will not get Chief Sunday Igboho. So anyone that is watching us from around the globe, let us remember that Nigeria is a lawless country. It disrespects a lot of human rights. If you remember that it is exactly 34 days that 12 innocent people were taken away from Chief Sunday Igboho's house, but yet we have the president of the country here in United Kingdom taking medical facility, and behind me is the Nigerian High Commission in London as well. I also have, yes, Prince Eze Eyinacho saying, any so-called leader who doesn't eat from what they offer to their citizens is evil, inhumane, and not fit to look after the affairs of the animals, let alone human beings. Isn't it only a psychotic parent that serves poison to their children and go to another person's kitchen to feed? And I think this resembles, President Muhammadu Buhari traveling here to United Kingdom for medical facility that Britain have put in place for the benefit of their own citizens, yet is unable to fix all the medical facility in Nigeria, in the north, in the southeast, in the middle belt, so that average Nigeria can get good quality medical as well. Yesterday I was reading a report as well where a two-term former governor of Kano State, if you've just joined us, this is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London, where we are transmitting. Right behind me is the Nigerian High Commission this evening in London. And we'll be bringing you more of this. We'll be doing more outdoor, we'll do more in the studio, but we'll be taking you around as well. The question a lot of Nigerians are also asking is, where is President Muhammadu Buhari? Is President Muhammadu Buhari in Abuja House, or is he hiding somewhere that is away from the Nigerian proper residency that is known as Abuja House? We do know that there's no way the president will be sleeping in this particular building, but he's somewhere in London, hiding away. Nobody knows where he is. He's actually running away from the citizen, from not able to see him. He cannot address the citizen, but yet he can come down to the United Kingdom for medical treatment as well. Once again, this is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. So also I can see Sekirat Adekweju say, Mr. Koiki, you are a great son of the soil of Yoruba land. Well done. I say thank you very much. We can also say those that are watching us on our own social media platform, let's see some of your comment there. Omoto Shaw says, thanks for this good legacy you are laying down as well. The question is, let's be honest with ourselves. Do you think that Boris Johnson can travel down to Germany for medical treatment, or do you think that Angela Merkel could leave Germany and get treatment in the United Kingdom or somewhere in France or in Spain? What will be the reaction of the citizen? Why is it that Nigerians are so gullible? When it comes to asking the real question to this, to those that that are meant to be people that you should take care of them. We have 774 local government in Nigeria, but yet no good healthcare facility, no good primary healthcare, no good secondary healthcare, but yet we have the president of over 209 million people coming to United Kingdom for medical treatment. How do you react to that? What do you say to that as well? A very good evening to those of you that are watching us from around the globe. I say good evening to you watching us in Dubai and those of you that have joined us. Behind me, I'm asking the question, where is President Muhammadu Buhari? Wherever he is, Nigerians wants to know, because he is here paying, he's here on the taxpayers' money when it comes to Nigeria taxpayers. So we need to know where the president is. The president has been in the country for more than 9 days. Nobody knows where Buhari is. So if you know where President Muhammadu Buhari is, you might want to put that in the comment so that we can be able to tell our listeners as well. From information that we know, he's not living or he's not sleeping at the official residence of the Nigeria here in Great Britain, which is Abuja House, somewhere in the southwest of the country. He's rather sleeping somewhere else. So is the president now become hide and seek? The question I'm asking is your president become hide and seek? This is the question I'm asking a lot of people that are watching us this evening. This is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. I say, Olayomi Taiwo says, contraction call Nigeria, more power to your elbow. Thank you very much as well to those of you that are watching. A lot of you are saying, end Nigeria and save lives. But the question I am asking those of you that are watching us this evening is, why does the president of 209 million people, the sixth largest crude oil producer in the world, and so much natural resources across the length and breadth of Nigeria, cannot get those treatments in Nigeria, but rather he is coming down to Great Britain, where medical facility is available, not just for Buhari, but for the citizens that are living here as well. So Prince Eze Yinacha also says, evil always hide and seek. So if anybody knows where the president of Nigeria is this evening, please get in touch with us so that we can find out and ask him the question, why are you, the president of 209 million people, refuse to take the medical treatment in Nigeria as against coming down here to United Kingdom and seek medical support? Let me tell you what the media aide to president said some few days ago while I was watching Femi Adesina was speaking to one of the mainstream media in Nigeria. He said, and I quote, President Muhammadu Buhari has been traveling to United Kingdom for the last 40 years for his medical support. So what he is actually telling every Nigerian is, Nigeria does not have the medical facility in the last 40 years, and that is why President Muhammadu Buhari is here in UK seeking medical support, and we don't even know what is wrong with him. I mean, we need to be told as a citizen, what is actually wrong with the president. If you're listening to us, this is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. And if you're sending money home to your loved ones, remember to use SendWave and remember to use the code SR, S for star, R for radio. And as you can see, a lot of people are wondering, why is this man here, this evening? Is coming up to exactly 6:35 p.m. is the 4th of August 2021. President Muhammadu Buhari, the Nigerian president, is here in United Kingdom seeking medical support. I would be able to see if I can get, one of the British or someone passing by and ask them the question. Do you think that, what do you say if Boris Johnson, can I ask you a question? If Boris Johnson was meant to seek medical support outside the country, not here in UK, what would be your reaction?
That he doesn't trust the healthcare here.
He doesn't trust the healthcare. But we have the president of Nigeria is here in UK seeking medical support, yet Nigeria doesn't have the good medical care. And I think you've said it quite right there. Thank you very much. As you can see, a lot of people say, if Boris Johnson refused to get medical treatment in UK, that means this system is not working. The NHS is a failure. The NHS is not trusted, and that is why Boris Johnson will never travel to Germany. I will see if I can get more people, reaction as well. Okay, you're not being shown. I just want to ask this question. What do you think if Boris Johnson was meant to go to Germany for medical treatment? You won't like that. Okay. You don't like him, okay. You see, the young girl says, I don't even like Boris Johnson. You are not being shown. I just want to ask a question for those of you that are passing by. What do you say? I mean, a lot of people will be shocked to know that, Boris Johnson not taking medical treatment in UK. Wow, there will be quite a lot of protests outside, number 10 Downing Street. I will see if I can get more people to speak to us. But right now, this is Star Radio UK live in central London. The Nigerian High Commission. I can see if I show you the camera, I can see right there the Mercedes that is parked there saying FGN1, which is the federal government of Nigeria. But let's see if we can get more opinion as well. What do you think if Boris Johnson was not taking medical care in UK and taking it in Germany? Okay, that person is not speaking to me. Let's see if we can get more people to speak to us as well. I mean, it is so shameful that a president that came in 2014, and expect a lot of, the expectation was quite high. We saw that the Boko Haram are still killing a lot of Nigerians. There's kidnapping taking place in Nigeria. A lot of Nigerians are no longer safe. You cannot travel from one end to the other. But the question this evening is, should Boris Johnson, let me see if I can ask a question. Do you think that if Boris Johnson was taking medical treatment in Germany as against NHS, what will you say to that? What will be your reaction?
Sorry, I didn't know.
If Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, was taking medical treatment in Germany, not here in UK.
I think that's disgusting.
Disgusting. But we have the President of Nigeria, leaving Nigeria, travel 6 hours, and taking medical treatment, is here for 9 days, and it's not going back. 209 million Nigerians do not have that same access to good health care. But our president is here. What will you say to that? It's awful. Thank you very much. You are not being shown, but people can hear the voice. Thank you very much. This is why we are bringing this broadcast right in front of the Nigerian High Commission to seek and ask average British, what would be their reaction should Boris Johnson travel down to Germany or Spain or France and seek medical support. All the African leaders are so disgusted by not giving opportunity to every African to get good medical facility in Africa, but yet majority of them travel out of Nigeria and then continue to say, what we are putting out the question this evening is, what is your view, your opinion that President Muhammadu Buhari, 9 days in United Kingdom, left Nigeria, 6 hours flight, with all the wealth that Nigeria have, is not able to build a standard hospital for himself and his family? Remember when his son had a motorbike accident? He was also flown to Germany. Why are all these politicians so wicked, evil, and not giving the proper medical facility in the country, but they will rather travel out for whatever reason outside the country as well? This is a question I'm asking, and I would like to say to the Nigerian High Commissioner in London to tell us where Muhammadu Buhari is actually living, because he's meant to be in Abuja House, but information that is reaching us says Buhari is not in Abuja House, is hide and seek that the president of a 209 million is doing in United Kingdom. Nigerians want to know where he is, and that is the question we are putting out. Star Radio UK is your finest African and Caribbean radio station. I'd like to say thank you very much to my producer back in the studio, Archie and Frank, and all our presenters as well. I could see, about 3 vehicles that are parked there, FGN1, which means the federal government of Nigeria, but yet we do not know where the president is as we speak right now. Let me see if I can ask the question as well. Excuse me. What do you think if Boris Johnson had to travel to Germany for medical treatment? What would be your reaction to that? Okay, he doesn't want to answer that, so I'm going to let him go as well. A lot of you call it location 9, and yet it is location 9. It's a Nigerian house in London. It's called number 9, Northumberland, in London, where so many Nigerians, frustration, getting your passport, getting a visa, getting a kind of a document, seeking support for Nigerians that in United Kingdom, whether somebody in the prison, somebody needs help. This is where every Nigerian comes, but yet we have the president of this country right here in UK seeking medical assistance, and that is why I'm asking this question this evening. Why should Buhari, the president of Nigeria, seek medical support? And this is not the first time. He's been traveling here for the last 40 years. So what they are actually telling a Nigerian today is, do not believe in your own medical system. I can also say that I've been following the news in Lagos. Also, there's a protest by the Lagos medical team as well in Lagos. Let's see if we can pull that out as well. I want to bring some data out as well, so I'm going to be checking quickly on my Google support right here, and the support back from the studio as well. Once again, thank you very much, Archie. Thank you very much, Frank. Somebody say Nigeria is a scam. Is Nigeria a scam, or is it just that the president refused to do the right thing as well? I will see if I can get more people to speak to me as well while we are reporting here from the studio back here in the central London behind the Nigerian High Commission. Let me ask you the question. If Boris Johnson was meant to take medical treatment in Germany, what would be your reaction? Okay, I'm not getting that from him. Let's go and see what is the average situation when it comes to the medical support. These are the latest statistics and the latest data that we have as well. Healthcare provision in Nigeria is concurrent responsibility of 3 tiers of the government in the country. The private providers of healthcare have a visible role to play in healthcare delivery. Private expenditure on the health as a percentage of a total health expenditure is about 74.85%. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to go on to WHO. I'm sure a lot of us knows what WHO stands for, and then it's quite sunny. The weather is very beautiful here in London, and it's good to be back after a couple of months in Nigeria, while we are reporting with so many atrocity at exactly 7 p.m. I'm going to go straight into the development and the news coming out from Abuja with those that was arrested by the DSS. We'll be discussing about Showore. Showore will be having the second year in a row revolution now, which is going to be coming up tomorrow. I'm expecting a lot of people that will be coming here. I'm also told that people have been camping here on a daily basis since Buhari has been here. Yusuf says it's a terrorist government. Is it a terrorist government, or is it number 3 when it comes to the global terrorism index as well? So I will continue to give a lot of information to those of you that are watching. We have a lot of Nigerians that do not understand that a president does not run away from his responsibility. The responsibility of the APC government is to make sure that every Nigerian have access to good quality healthcare, education, welfare, security, and making sure that the economy is working. But it's the reverse in Nigeria. Today, we have more Nigerians that have been kidnapped. We have more innocent children that have been taken away from their loved ones, kept in the forest. We have the terrorists have the capacity to take down a military aircraft. So the question this evening is, why should President Muhammadu Buhari be seeking medical support in UK as against Nigeria as well? Somebody said Nigeria is a zoo, but behind me is the Nigerian House, popularly known as the Nigerian High Commission as well in London. So I am reading now from what we know WHO says when it comes to the healthcare system in Nigeria as well. Nigeria has one of the largest stocks of human resources for health in Africa. Let me see if I can let me ask you this question. I'm live here, you're not being showed, but this is Nigerian High Commission. We have the president in London seeking medical support. What would be your reaction should Boris Johnson go to Germany, France, and seek medical support? Or get a medical treatment, rather?
Yeah.
What would be your reaction if you had that?
I don't know. I'm from Canada. English president.
Yes, English president. Oh, you're Russian. Okay, there's different. Okay, so you are from where?
Where am I from?
Yes.
No comment.
No comment. Okay. okay. Outlaw England. All right. Thank you very much. Enjoy the evening. And that is where the beauty of England. Quite a lot is happening. It's summertime. People are moving around. People are enjoying themselves. And this is what we expect Nigerians to be doing as well. Enjoy a good life. But in Nigeria today, the economy is going down. Your life is becoming more miserable, and the president is here in UK seeking medical support as well. So this is why I am putting the question out. Let's go back to what WHO is telling us when it comes to the healthcare. A lot of Nigerians are working with NHS. NHS is a national health service in UK that Boris Johnson and his family also make use of. But in Nigeria, a lot of politicians, a lot of Nigerians that are wealthy, a lot of politicians that have the means would rather travel 6 hours to UK, Germany, and the rest of the country and seek medical support as against using Nigeria as well. That shows that Nigeria does not have the capability to do the right thing for Nigerians as well. So according to WHO, Nigeria has one of the largest stocks of human resources for health in Africa. But like other 57 HRH crisis countries, as this densified of nurses, midwives, doctors that are still too low to effectively deliver essential health services. This is coming from WHO, World Health Organization, giving us a background when it comes to the healthcare facility in Nigeria. We have a lot of midwives. I remember a lot of people say that UCH, University College Hospital in Ibadan, was being used by the royals in Saudi Arabia some years back. Not now, but now UCH does not have syringe, there's no light, there's no gas, nothing is literally working. But yet, we have the president of a country of over 200 million seeking medical support here in United Kingdom. And right behind me is the Nigerian High Commission in London, where so many people come for their visa, for their passport, and sometimes for all kind of activities as well. Once again, it is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. So let's go back to what the WHO is telling us when it comes to the healthcare service in Nigeria. About 1.95% in the recent years, migration to foreign countries. So a lot of nurses, midwives, doctors are looking for opportunity to run away from Nigeria and come down to UK, Canada, and the rest of the world so that they can be able to get opportunity when it comes to healthcare. And the reason is, if the president is running away from his responsibility, then we will get more Nigerians that would also run away from the medical healthcare that should be helping and supporting a lot of Nigerians as well. Once again, this is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. It's coming up to 7 p.m. At exact 7 p.m., I'll be taking you through what happened in Abuja, what is going on with Nnamdi Kanu, what is going on with Chief Sunday Igboho, and what is happening to all Nigerians back home as well. This is Niger Voices, coming up every Wednesday between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. every Wednesday. If you'd like to support the program, get in touch with my producer back in the studio, or you can contact me and we will give you the nice package where the people will be able to know more about your product and your services as well. But for now, behind me is the Nigerian High Commission. I can still spot 2 out of the diplomatic cars that are parked there, but we do not know where President Muhammadu Buhari is actually right now. According to Sunday Chi, Nigeria is not working, and Nigeria is not working. That is why President Muhammadu Buhari is here in London seeking medical support as well. A lot of Nigerians have traveled, have left Nigeria so that they can get a better life, a greener pasture life away from Nigeria, because the system refused to work. And that is why people like myself believe that it is time now that we look into a total disintegration out of Nigeria. The 1914 amalgamation is not working. The 1999 constitution is a fraud. This is my opinion, not the view and opinion of Star Radio UK. So let's go back into some of what we know WHO has been telling us. The healthcare workforce is concentrated in the urban, tertiary healthcare services delivery in the southern part of the country, particularly in Lagos. There's also lack of public and private sector coordination. I mean, how do you want to do medical help in Nigeria when the president is actually not even seeking the support of the system in Nigeria? So a lot of Nigerians have done their best. They've gone back home to support, in outreach, in whatever ways, but the system is not actually giving them the opportunity to do more. And that is why this evening we are reporting right behind me the Nigerian High Commission in London and asking, why is President Muhammadu Buhari in London seeking medical support as against taking that medical support in Nigeria? According to his legal aid, the media aid says Muhammadu Buhari has been coming to London in the last 40 years. So that means for more than 4 decades, this man has been using UK for his healthcare facility. How come he was unable to tell his people in Castina before he becomes the president? And even after he has become the president, 6 years down the line, is unable to put in a proper medical structure to take care of whatever illness, whatever symptom is wrong with him, but he would rather fly 6 hours to London and get that system done here. The system refused to work because it was established on lies. This is coming from one of our listeners that is watching us as well. Continue to leave your comment and I'll be reading that as well. So these are part of what WHO is telling us this evening. My name is Olayomi Koiki and this is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London, where I bring to you Niger Voices every Wednesday. So lack of public and private sector coordination favoring indigenous hires. The same problem we are saying all the time. The reason why Nigeria is not working is only few of the indigenous are being favored. The nepotism of the Nigerian government, especially this Buhari government, is the reason why your healthcare system is not working as well. Also, commercial pressure in the private sector that lead to poor quality work. Yesterday we had a caller on my show. You want me to ask you a question? Okay. I'll see if we can get more people to speak to me as well while we continue with the broadcast this evening. This is still Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Yesterday we had someone call on the program, and she said, they lost a family member, even though the money was paid up front, but yet the services. I'm now also putting the question to you. What has been your experience in any of the Nigerian hospital today in 21st century. What has been your experience? Leave that comment and I'll be reading those comments out as well. You've been to the hospital in Nigeria. What is your reaction? What is your view? What is your opinion as someone that went there for whatever reason, whether you were visiting a family friend in the hospital, whether you had an injury and you had to go to the hospital? What is your take when it comes to Nigeria hospital today as well? Once again, we are reporting behind me the Nigerian High Commission in London, where we are saying, okay, distortion in the sound. Okay, bear with us. Those of you that are listening to us on Star Radio UK, I can get that there's a distortion in the sound. Bear with us. I'm not sure why we're getting distortion in the sound. Let's see if we can work back on that as quickly as possible. All right, bear with us for those of you that are listening to us, on Star Radio UK. I'm not sure why we are getting distortion. Maybe I'm going to have to take off, the AirPod and see if that will rectify the problem, and maybe that will make it much better. Well, thank you very much back in the studio for bringing that notification to me. Let's see if the sound, can you please let me know if the sound is better now, if you can hear me loud and clear back in the studio. Behind me is the Nigerian High Commission in London, and we are reporting this evening. Please let me know if the sound is much better as well. It's coming up to 5 minutes past 7, and in the next 5 minutes, I'll be taking you to what happened in Abuja this morning when the 12 was actually brought back by the DSS after 34 days in the hands of the DSS. Okay, it seems the sound is a bit much better, and I say sorry to all our listeners that, we had a bit of glitch in the sound some few minutes ago. It's coming up to 4 minutes past. So let me quickly see what is happening when it comes to the news in Nigeria on the healthcare system today. There's a lot of strike, people are not being paid properly. There's a lot of problem. Again, Buhari has spent 200 days in the UK treatment since he becomes the president in 2015. So President Muhammadu Buhari, thank you very much, my producer back in the studio. I'm told the sound is much better now, and we do apologize to our listeners on Star Radio UK. And again, we say thank you very much for those of you that are watching us. So information I have here says President Muhammadu Buhari has now spent 200 days in the UK, and I'm counting from the time he has been the president up till now. And the question remains is, why must the president of a country continue to seek medical support in somebody else's country as well? So that is the question, and the question we are asking a lot of you this evening. So by the second week of August, when the president is due back, he would have spent about 200 days in London on official medical trips. Less than 15 weeks after President Muhammadu Buhari returned from London, where he had gone to receive medical attention, he has returned to UK for a summit and also a scheduled medical follow-up as well. We do not know what is wrong with him, but what we can say is taxpayers' money has been spent on the president in the last 200 days by the time the president returned back to Abuja in the second week of August. So my question is, what has been your experience in the hospital, the healthcare, the primary healthcare in Nigeria, whether in your village, whether in the city? What has been your reaction as well? So by the time President Muhammadu Buhari returned back to Abuja in the next couple of weeks, he would have spent 200 days as a president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria seeking medical treatment here in UK. In the effect, therefore, for every 10 days Muhammadu Buhari has been in office as Nigerian president, he has spent 1 day in London for health treatment. Also, last week, which is when the president came to UK, President Muhammadu Buhari's spokesman, Femi Adesina, was asked on the mainstream media if the well-funded Aso Rock Clinic could not cater for the medical needs of President Muhammadu Buhari. His response, this was the response of Femi Adesina, the spokesman, for President Muhammadu Buhari during an interview in Lagos, even though he is also in London with the president, while we do not know why the president refused to live at the Abuja residence where he's meant to be. Rather, the president is doing what we call hide and seek. So this was the response that was given to the interview when Adesina was asked. Again, the question that was put to Femi Adesina was, why is it that the president have not, does the Abuja Aso Rock clinic is not well funded to cater for the need of the president and his family. Remember, Aisha Buhari also left Abuja and spent almost months in Dubai. We do not know why she was there. Nobody gave us any reason apart from she was in Dubai and she will be back when she feels comfortable. Was Aisha Buhari also in Dubai for so many months seeking medical assistance in Dubai as against the Aso Rock Clinic, where she told us some few years ago that Aso Rock Clinic does not have syringe and every need that they needed? Is that the reason why the president is traveling and the wife and the family are not seeking support? These are the questions we are putting to our listeners on the Niger Voices this evening, the 4th of August 2021, and the time is about 2 minutes to 1900 hours. According to Delo King, my brother, Nigeria Healthcare, Nigeria Healthcare, let me pin that. This message is coming from Delo King. He says, and I quote, my brother, Nigeria Healthcare died very many years ago. I had a very bad experience in 2001 while I was stopping at the entrance of hospital, which I had to pay money before getting admitted. Oh my God, I was about to die. Only God saved my life that year. Since then, I never go for Nigeria treatment anymore till today. Nigeria is dead long time ago. Is this the same situation with your family at home? Is this the same situation with your loved ones where the president of a country refused to take treatment in Nigeria, but he would rather come to United Kingdom? As we're going to be going into the second segment of this particular program, I would like to remind us that by the time the president, Muhammadu Buhari, returned back to Nigeria in Abuja, he would have spent 200 days out of the country seeking medical support here in UK. And this is a question I'm asking: what is going to be the situation should Boris Johnson have to travel out of UK and seek medical support as well? These are the questions a lot of us are asking, but sometimes you never get that answer, especially from the spokesman of the president. The Nigerian leader who coasted to a historical victory in 2015, there was a lot of expectation, APC next level, now the economy is flat, people are suffering, the average Nigerian cannot get 3 square meals, they can't get to the hospital, they can't travel from one end to the other because of the insecurity in the country, but yet the president is here in London seeking medical attention. When Buhari came to power in 2015, he flew out of Nigeria. He spent 6 days in London between February 5 and the 10th in 2016. His second medical trip came on the June 6, 2016. He was away for 10 days to England seeking further treatment for what we call air infection. So now the president in 2016 left Nigeria for 10 days for what we know now air infection. The president extended his trip by 3 days before coming back on the 19th of June 2016. I'm just giving us a timeline when the president became the president in 2015 and since he has been traveling out. But by January 19, 2017, Mr. Buhari, or the president Muhammadu Buhari, wrote to the Nigerian Senate. One, he had a frosty relation with at the time, disclosing his intention to travel abroad for 10 days vacation and that he would hand over to Vice President Yemi Osibajo. Although the letter said it would commence the vacation on January 23, 2017, Mr. Muhammadu Buhari, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, departed Nigeria on the same day he wrote to the lawmaker. On the 10th of March, that same year, out of that year, exactly 50 days after his departure, Muhammadu Buhari returned but was unable to resume work immediately. And the question is the president still fit to continue as the president of Nigeria, Or is it time that Nigerians ask those tough questions? Why should we have someone that is not fit to be a president, but yet is still being kept in Aso Rock, but most of the time he spent his medical treatment here in England? And that's going to be about it. And now we're going to go straight to the next segment, which is all that took place in Abuja when the DSS, the DSS that took away innocent Nigerians, innocent people that requested that they do not want to be part of Nigeria, away from the residence of Chief Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, on the 1st of July, when his life was about to be terminated by the Nigerian government, the machineries, the DSS, and the Nigerian security. But right behind me, we can see that the president has so much opportunity. Nobody disturbs him. But in Nigeria, lawless country has become the day where anyone can be attacked by the government for speaking against the government. And I say thank you very much once again to Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. I'll be giving us a bit of more background on what took place in Abuja today. But for now, if you've just joined us, a very good evening and welcome. Behind me, as you can see, is the Nigerian High Commission. I could see 3 diplomatic cars that are there. I'm not sure whether the president is currently there, because we know the president has been moving hide and seek. He's not living in Abuja House from information we know. So the question is, where is President Muhammadu Buhari? So I'm going to go straight to the next conversation of this evening, which is the DSS, Igboho, and his aide that was taken away, on the 1st of July 2021. What do we know and what can we tell you? Quite a lot took place, quite a lot happened. I'm going to tell you what took place first in Oyo State, where the court in Oyo State was able to go in line with the legal representatives of Chief Sunday Igboho by the SAN, the Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Chief Yomi Aliu, that is representing Chief Sunday Igboho at Oyo today, where we now have the outcome. I'll be telling you more about that. The court has now prevented the Attorney General of the Federation, the DSS, from arresting Chief Sunday Igboho in the next 14 days. What do we know about this particular outcome of the motion, the ex parte motion that was filed on behalf of Chief Sunday Igboho by his legal representative in Oyo State? And Oyo High Court has granted an ex parte motion restraining the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, SAN, and the Department of the State Security, DSS, from arresting, intimidating, harassing, and blocking the bank account of Chief Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as AKA Sunday Igboho. According to the outcome of this court case this morning, what I can tell you is the order was granted by Justice Laden Akintola. Sorry about that, quite a lot of noise from the background, bear with us. This is an outdoor broadcast, so you might be getting a lot of feed coming as so many activities. There's a lot of noise, the vehicular movement as well, so bear with us. But we have to sometimes give you the finest broadcast from wherever we are. And behind me, like I said, is the Nigerian High Commission, where the President Muhammadu Buhari is seeking medical support as against 209 million Nigerians that do not have that same opportunity as well. If you're just joining us, we are live with Star Radio UK. While I'm reporting back to the studio, I would like to say thank you very much to my producer and those that are working tirelessly, back in the studio. The order that was given today was in terms of the motion that was moved by his lawyer, Chief Yomi Aliu, SAN, at the court in Oyo State today. The motion developed from the originating motion is also seeking 500 billion naira damage for invasion of Chief Sunday Igboho's house on the 1st of October on the 1st of July 2021. The Oyo State governor, from what we heard, was not aware that as a chief security, that there's going to be an operation to be carried out as well. My question to those of you that are watching again is, who is actually in charge of a state? Is it the DSS? Is it the machineries? Is it the army? Or is it the state governor in the state? who is actually the chief security of a state, because the assassination attempt on Chief Sunday Igboho's life was something that the Oyo State governor, according to what we heard after the meeting in Lagos, that they were not aware of what took place in their state. So I am now asking everybody that is watching us on Star Radio UK, and those of you that are watching us from the remaining part of my social media handle this evening, is who is in charge of a state? Is it the DSS? Does the DSS have the right to get into a state, arrest anybody without a search warrant, kidnap people, kill people, take away the cat, and yet the governor of the state is not aware? What do you like to say to that? Let me hear your view and your opinion. So what we can say now, before we go to Abuja, where we'll be giving you more details as well, the council expressed confidence that the Attorney General Abubakar Malami, SAN, will not disobey the court order, stressing that it was given directly against his office. The court has now adjourned the suit to August 18. So we're going to be following that. That is the first news of Chief Sunday Igboho, lawyer in Oyo State, southwest of Nigeria, taking the Attorney General of the Federation and the DSS, by allowing Chief Sunday Igboho to have a bit of breathe within, the warrant that was also put on his head by the federal government of Nigeria. So we will see how that development is going to take place in the next 2 weeks when the court case comes back as well. It's coming up to exactly 10 minutes past 1900 hours. Still behind me is the Nigerian High Commission in London, and I can still see right there 3 diplomatic cars. I'm not sure whether the president is in that building or the ambassador is in that building, but I can tell you the office is closed right now. I've seen people coming out of the building. They've been taking pictures. Quite a lot of protests happen right here as well. I'm also aware that the revolution now also have been camping here every night, in terms of, why Buhari is here seeking medical support, while millions of Nigerians do not have that same opportunity as well. Thank you very much for those of you that are still watching us. The program comes to an end at exactly 8 o'clock. But for now, let's take you to what is happening and what took place in Abuja. After 34 days, the DSS, people call them the Daura Secret Service, according to my brother, Mayegun General in Scotland. But one thing I want to ask is, if a similar situation was meant to take place in the United Kingdom, the normal process, the normal procedure will have to take place. But in Nigeria, human rights is disrespected. But those that lives and those that works in that office behind me would not have been maltreated. But in Nigeria, a lot of Nigerians have been maltreated, and that is why we are also saying the killing of Jumoke at the Lagos rally was done by the Nigerian police. The Lagos commissioner and the Lagos state governor were all involved, because they were the one that put out all those police officers onto the street in Ojota when a live bullet was shot and Jumoke died. And now they are trying to change that as against the Ogboni man that was picked up. I'm going to be telling you more about that as well later on as well. Let me now tell you, after 34 days, the DSS finally brought in all individuals of those taken away on the 1st of July. Remember, the court requested the DSS to bring them. The DSS was playing a kind of a prank between the legal representatives and likewise the court as well. The DSS flouted the first order which was issued to the court on July the 23rd for the agency to produce those 12 individuals, but today every single one of them, we saw their pictures. If you look at them psychologically, you will know that a lot of things have been done on them, but we will have to wait and get to speak to them when they are finally released on bail. So we'll have to wait for that. But what I can tell you is, we would like to say thank you very much to everyone that have worked tirelessly behind the scene, and those of you that have been putting out prayers for them as well. They have not committed any offense than asking for what is allowed under the United Nations chapter self-determination. It is a right, and that right the federal government of Nigeria must respect that as well. The federal government said the reason why they are running after or looking for Chief Sunday Igboho was because it was stockpiling arms. I am now asking the federal government, what about the terrorists that are moving around with RPG and have the opportunity not to have arrested them? Why is the DSS not looking for them? Why is the DSS not tracking them and the military and every security operatives in the country? But rather, innocent Nigerians are being run after on a daily basis in the southeast where genocide is taking place, in the middle belt where the governor of Otom, the governor of Benue State, have continuously says that Fulanis are the one killing his people, and yet the federal government of Nigeria refused to proscribe them. But we can see that that is not going to happen anytime soon. So the DSS was playing, this same hide and seek that the president is actually playing in London. The president is in London seeking medical support, but is not living in the residence that belongs to Nigeria known as Abuja House. Is rather living somewhere and doing what we call hide and seek. I mean, the question is, how can you continue like this? How can a country with over 209 million? That is why people are saying enough is enough, and we must get what belongs to us as the indigenous owner of the land. And that is why we are saying, let us all come together and continue, which is my opinion, not the view of Star Radio UK. Yoruba Nation now, no going back. So let's continue with the broadcast this evening, right from the Nigerian High Commission behind me as well. The time is coming up to 13 minutes past 1900 hours. 4 of the 12 detainees were now brought into the court on Monday, and the Judge Obiara Egwuatu of the Federal High Court in Abuja on the July 23rd ordered the DSS to produce the detainee in the court on Monday, but yet they were playing pranks. So, but what do we know? What is the outcome now? The outcome that I can tell you, they have been granted bail to the tune of 15 million naira. And that is what they've been granted. While the legal representatives and those that are working behind the scene will see how they can quickly come up with the bail condition so that those 12 can get back to their normal lives. But the question then is, what about their human rights? For 34 days, they were not allowed to get access to legal representatives. They were being kept in the custody of the DSS. They were being maltreated. You could see from the way some of them are walking that it seems that some injuries is actually on them as well. So my question is, should we allow this to continue? Should we seek support from the international community that the maltreatment of Nigerians at home is not something that we can continue to tolerate? And that is why on a daily basis people are coming out right in front of number 10 Downing Street to protest, peaceful protest, and asking the peace-loving British people to understand, while we are saying the genocide that is taking place in Nigeria is underreported by the British media here in United Kingdom, and the British government must also respond to some of the atrocity that is being committed by the Fulanis, by the Boko Haram, and getting the support of the federal government. Because if somebody like Gumi knows where the terrorists are, but yet DSS is not able to pick them up, DSS is not able to go out after them, but they are ready to go after innocent Yorubas seeking self-determination. So that is what took place in Abuja this morning, and we hope they will get their freedom back as quickly as possible. Nigeria is not working, but behind me, I can tell you, I can see maybe some of the drivers driving the diplomatic car. There's about 3 of them parked there. I'm not sure if President Muhammadu Buhari is in that building, but I can tell you from what we had and information reaching us, President Muhammadu Buhari is not in the Abuja residence where he's meant to be. I'm reading some of the comments as well. I say good evening to my beautiful mother watching as well. I say good evening. Yoruba Nation now, no retreat, no surrender. Oluwa Sami Yusuf, their allegation is wrong. They planned those weapons there because of its truth awareness. You are quite right. The DSS have brought out their own armory, presented that in front of the of the media, and trying to label somebody like Chief Sunday Igboho as a wanted and as a criminal. He's not a criminal. He has not killed anyone. He has not committed any offense. Those that have committed offense are the Fulanis that are killing Nigerians, the Boko Haram. The president of the country of Nigeria is in UK seeking medical support while millions of Nigerians are dying on a daily basis because of the negligence of a system that refused to work. And as you can see with my outfit, I stand with Chief Sunday Igboho is what I have here, and I'm sure millions of people, millions of Yorubas also stand with Chief Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Igboho. So when it comes to what is the latest coming out of Benin, I'll be giving you that now. Then I'll be discussing a little bit more about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What do we know in terms of his case, and what is the lawyer saying as well? All that I'll be giving you a background news as well, because I can confirm that the lawyer finally, after so many months, bow to pressure, DSS granted the lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, access to him as well. So I'll be giving you that. But let's first discuss Chief Sunday Igboho. A lot of people are concerned, a lot of people are worried, a lot of people are asking questions. What is actually delaying the release of Chief Sunday Igboho in Benin? A lot of people asking that question. A lot of people wants to know where are we now with the court case. I'm sure some of you have been able to listen to the legal representative of Chief Sunday Igboho right there as well in Benin Republic. But all I can say is Chief Sunday Igboho, because of the Benin, still want to hold him after the charges against him. That is the reason why he's still being kept in the Benin until the legal representative have access to the next court case and present more reason why he needs to be released on bail. He needs to be released so that he can continue his journey to Germany and meet his family. This will only happen after the next court case. So we all have to be patient. We all have to remember that also Benin and Nigeria do not have what we know as extraditory between the two countries. So do not expect the Benin to take Chief Sunday Igboho back to Nigeria. As we also can say, after listening to the legal representative of, hello, it's quite interesting, especially when you're outdoor. You can see so many families, moving around. Some of them are on holiday. This is what we want a lot of Nigerians to enjoy. But unfortunately, your president cannot provide those medical facilities. That is why he's also in England here seeking medical support, because he cannot seek that support in Nigeria. And that's why we are saying Nigeria is at the verge of breakup. Nigeria is not working, and that is why people like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Sunday Igboho, and the rest of different individuals, Professor Banji Akintoye, and so many Yorubas, Biafra, Middle Belt, and even the Hausas are seeking a total disintegration out of Nigeria. I stand with Chief Sunday Igboho. So that is what I can tell you with Chief Sunday Igboho's case in Benin Republic. Let us remain patient. Let us remain focused that we will get the right freedom for him as quickly as possible as well. But we can't do anything until the court brings us back again to the court, and then his lawyers will have to then ask those questions. Remember, when you listen to what the lawyer says, and remember, I'm still broadcasting. Right behind me is the Nigerian High Commission, where the Nigerian president is seeking medical support here in England as against in Nigeria as well. And the question I'm asking is, should Boris Johnson seek medical support in Germany? Let me ask you this question, my brother. Do you think Boris Johnson going to Germany for medical treatment, what will be your reaction?
That will be so bad, because if the country is corrupt, then it will go. Same in Pakistan.
Same in Pakistan. Well, that is what Nigerian government, the president is here in London seeking medical support. Why 200 million people do not have access to good health care? It's all corrupt. Well, I'm sure the brother is from Pakistan. He's saying that is the same problem in Pakistan as well. So also, according to what the lawyer have told us, that Chief Sunday Igboho would also be getting, or they'll be applying for what we call asylum. A lot of people might not understand what is asylum. Asylum is something that has to be granted to someone Let's allow that noise to go down a little bit. Quite a lot of beautiful motorbike. You know, a lot of right in front of me is a gym. I can't show you, but I can tell you people are doing exercise. You know, people are moving around, and this is what we want a lot of people to do in Nigeria. But I can tell you, you will not get those things done because the politicians are so corrupt. They steal the money, they bring it down to UK, to Europe, and then bring their family out of Nigeria, and you continue to vote for them, and you continue to suffer for the negligence of your support to those politicians like the APC government of Buhari that is in UK seeking medical assistance as against millions of Nigerians that do not have that same opportunity as well. So once again, it's exactly 1922, and I say good evening. Welcome to Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. So I want us to look. I want to look at when we talk about asylum. Who are the people to seek asylum? Let me ask you a question. You are not being sure. President Muhammadu Buhari, the president of this country, is in UK seeking medical treatment. He's going to be here for 2 weeks. Okay, so many people are busy. You know, sometimes they're on their holiday and they don't want to be disturbed as well. Let's go back. What do we understand by political asylum? Can somebody seek political asylum? Can someone that is being put where his life is at risk seek political asylum? Let me explain to you from information that we have when it comes to somebody that is running away from his life, being threatened, just like Chief Sunday Igboho life is being threatened by the federal government of Nigeria after the assassination attempt on his house in Soka on the 1st of July. 2 people were killed, 12 people were taken away, 34 days. We are just getting the hang of it. What I can tell you is you must apply. This is according to the UK. You must apply for asylum if you want to stay in the UK as a refugee. To be eligible, you must have left your country and be unable to go back because you fear persecution. Apply for a visa if you want to come to UK for another reason. So that means Chief Sunday Igboho is a political prisoner that is being taken care as we speak right now, because his life is something that we need to protect, and we must protect it from the danger of Nigerian government that wants to take him in any way, anyhow, and then do whatever they want to do with him, just like they are dealing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as well right now. So let me now tell you, what do we understand by somebody seeking protection, political asylum? Let me explain that as well. Yoruba Nation, no going back. Thank you very much, those of you that are watching. Common says, I don't understand why Sunday Igboho should run to Germany. Well, you don't understand why he should run to Germany. Okay. This one is somebody that probably, is asking why should he run to Germany. He's running away because his life is being threatened. It's not the first time that freedom fighters' life is become a threat to the government of the day. The reason why they become a threat is because the government does not want them to speak out. The government wants to guard them, just like the federal government of Nigeria has guarded the media in Nigeria. We saw how a journalist was kind of, almost brutal at the High Court on Monday in the glare picture of cameras. That shows that the DSS care less. The DSS are not interested. Thank you very much, those of you that have joined, Omolara, Iyabo Ajala. Thank you very much for those of you also that are watching us. Taufik says, Yoruba Nation now, no going back. Now, one thing is, asylum is a protection granted. Again, bear with us. There's quite a lot of noise at the background. This is a transmission from outside the Nigerian High Commission in London, number 9, Northumberland, where we are asking, where is the president and why is he seeking medical support? The president will have spent 200 days by the time he returned back to Nigeria since 2016, since he has been coming to UK for medical treatment. Let's now go back to asylum. Is a protection granted to foreign nationals, just like Chief Sunday Igboho is seeking political asylum in Benin Republic. already in the United States or arriving at the border who met international law definition of a refugee. Now, what is the international law on refugee? What I can tell you, according to United Nations 1951 Convention and 1967 Protocol, define a refugee as a person like Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho who is unable, unwilling to return to his or her home country. We see that the federal government wants to kill him and he was running away for his life. The federal government put a warrant on him, and that was why he was stopped in Benin Republic. So what we are now saying is his case is being looked into under the international law of someone seeking political asylum. Asylum can be given and granted when there's evidence-based. We have a lot of evidence-based. 2 people were killed. His house was almost shattered, by the machineries and the DSS and the Nigerian military that came down that wanted to take him away. You are still watching Star Radio UK. It is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. And behind me, I can still tell you, I can only see one out of the diplomatic car that is still parked out there. I'm not sure whether President Muhammadu Buhari is in that building or is hiding somewhere, because information reaching us says President Muhammadu Buhari is actually not living at the resident home of the Nigerians where he's meant to be each time he comes to London. So I'm going to take us now to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What do we know about his case? And then I'll be giving you some of the other news that we know, when it comes to, the agitation, the movement, where we are, what we've done, and moving forward as well. Quite a lot of information as well. But for now, let's talk about Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is another individual. He has been here so many times. We've seen the video while he was also protesting against the injustice done to so many Nigerians as well. Once again, you are welcome for those of you that have joined us as well. Thank you very much, Prophetic Rufus. Thank you very much, Murakinyo, Badejo, and those of you that have joined us as well. Now, let me talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are still listening to Niger Voices on Star Radio UK. A lot is happening when it comes to Nnamdi Kanu. The British High Commission in Abuja was interviewed. She tried not to say so much on it. She tried to avoid the question. We saw the Kenya president, was in London, just as Buhari during the education summit. The question was Boris Johnson asking those questions why Nnamdi Kanu redemption from Kenya, kidnapped back to Nigeria without the legal process. We got to remember that Nnamdi Kanu also is a British citizen, but yet he was kidnapped from Kenya after 8 days of torture. But we can confirm now, according to his legal representative, that he has now been given opportunity to see, they've been able to see Nnamdi Kanu. Also, there is an arrangement being facilitated by the IPOB leader lawyer that some of his family members will see him in detention of the DSS during the next visit. The officials of the British High Commission in Nigeria have now demanded to meet the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, in the custody of the Department of the State Service, according to information that we have. Also, there's also an arrangement. Being facilitated by his lawyer that some of his family members will see him in the detention of the DSS during their next visit as well. We know that Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped by the Kenya authority, and then also kidnapped by the Nigerian government back to Nigeria without the due process. So a lot of Nigerians are following that development. A lot of Biafra are also following the development as well. So now we are 1931, which is about 7:30, and now we're going to be discussing everything about Yoruba Nation Now. Yoruba Nation Now is a movement. Yoruba Nation Now has been going on for some days now. A lot of Yorubas are seeking a total disintegration peacefully out of Nigeria, and is allowed, according to the United Nations chapter, self-determination is not a crime. So if anybody say, why are we doing what we do? It's not a crime, and we must continue that as well. Once again, a very good evening if you have just joined us. You're still watching. Behind me is the Nigerian High Commission in London. So quite a lot is happening when it comes to the Yoruba nation now. There's been a lot of protests across the globe, but most focus here in London, where on a daily basis, people have been coming out. I was speaking to somebody at the protest ground this afternoon. I'm sure a lot of you watched that video when we were transmitting it. And the individual says, I have been coming in the last 6 weeks non-stop. This is the dedication that a lot of people have. A lot of people does not see Nigeria as their home. The indigenous people are asking questions, why should we continue with the 1914 amalgamation when that has expired in 2014? So the Yoruba Nation agitator will continue to hold protests across the length and breadth of the country. But this particular movement has brought so many people and has been something that a lot of media, bloggers have also tried to bring all kind of allegations, distorted information, so that people might not ask the real question. My question to a lot of people is it truly worth it that Nigeria is working? If Nigeria is working, President Muhammadu Buhari of the federal government of Nigeria will not be in England seeking medical support. That is why we are saying, if we have a nation of our own, if we have a nation of our own, if we have a nation of our own, we can easily say we will get a better opportunity. We will get a standard that is working. We will have opportunity for everybody. But Nigeria, as it is today, 209 million Nigerians, 87 million Nigerians are extreme people living in abject poverty. So do you want to continue in that life? If you look at a country like Denmark, if you look at a country like Singapore, if you look at those countries, they are not up to Lagos State, and they have all the resources within the means and taking care of their people. But Nigeria is not taking care of its people, is rather taking care of the myopic, corrupt politicians and their gullible followers that continue to believe that one day Nigeria will be a fantastic country. If you look behind me, so many people will ask that question. What services can you get even right behind me at the Nigerian High Commission in London? We have the nepotism that is taking place. We have, the nepotism of not putting the right people in the position. And yet, people say it is time now that we call it a shot and end what we call Nigeria. So this is why we are saying, yes, now, Yoruba Nation now, no going back, and we will continue to educate, enlighten our people. Nigeria, as you know, after the independence, there's been so many coups, so many atrocities. And now, if you cannot restructure the country to where it was before, that people have been seeking for a very long time, it is now time that the international community, United Nations, EU, and the rest of the international bodies remember that the genocide that is taking place in Nigeria can no longer be tolerated. While people are being massacred on a daily basis, people are being killed for the negligence of a country that is not giving adequate support to the people. People are starving. There's no good welfare. You see children, over 13 million children out of school. The third global terrorist country in the world, the #1 capital poverty in the world. Everything is happening in Nigeria, but only 1 to 3% of people are enjoying the wealth of Nigeria. And that is why we are saying, let us now come out of Nigeria so that we... Sorry, let me quickly take this call. Hello? Oh, okay, I'm right opposite the Nigerian High Commission. You have to make it fast quickly so that I can, because the broadcast finished at 8 o'clock. All right then, I'm right in front of the Nigerian High Commission. Okay, I'm also having a guest, and the guest will be joining me anytime soon, in just about a few minutes as well. So one thing I'm saying is a lot of people might not understand why some people are seeking I mean, people like Showore believes in revolution now. It's still people who say something needs to be done. We can't sit down and fold our hands, and when people do not say anything. I mean, if you continue to keep quiet, what you end up getting is the kind of a system where your president does not believe in what is actually in Nigeria. It's 1939. It's almost about 20 minutes before the end of the program, and I say thank you very much to my producer back in the studio. Thank you very much to our listeners from around the globe, and let's read some of your comments quickly as well as we continue with the broadcast. So I'm going to take some of your comments, so this is the time now to put those comments out if you have not done so already. So I'm going to be reviewing some of your comments. The question I've asked earlier on, Yoruba Nation now, no going back, and like I said, this is my own personal view and not the view and opinion of Star Radio UK. Hey, okay, I have one of our mothers here. We're live on Star Radio UK. You might want to join me for about a few seconds. Maybe you want to sit down here. Okay, let's do this way. All right, because I'm showing the Nigerian High Commission behind me. But what I will do is I'm going to move the camera this way so that myself and you will be viewed. We're live on Star Radio UK. You were actually at the protest that took place at number 10 Downing Street today. Why have you been going out protesting? What is the reason why?
Because we want to get out of Nigeria. We have had enough of the problem. They've been killing our youth, they've been killing the pregnant women, they've been killing the farmers, they've been doing things that are unheard to hear. And now we've made a decision. There is no going back. We went to meet Boris Johnson to tell him that what he is doing is not acceptable because he allowed a terrorist president in this nation. And we were asking him what was his mission to allow a terrorist president when he has heard what they've been doing in Nigeria. We said we want to leave. We want our Yoruba nation. The Biafra want their nation. We want let us go, and we have to go because it has not been working. The education is not working. Its infrastructure is not working. The security is not working.
Welfare.
Hospital, welfare, nothing is working in Nigeria. Nothing. I was in Nigeria in 2020. What I went through with the police, I cannot forget. Because I am a Christian to the core. I could not understand how they could behave such way. But I thank God that the secret that has been hidden many years is being revealed now. And the one of Abakiyari is just the beginning. Yeah. You'll be hearing a lot that will surprise you because God is at work. God is at work. For many blood that has been shed, they shed so many blood, innocent blood, children, pregnant women, elderly women. They take them to bed, they sex them, they abuse them, they did a lot of things. And that is why we now went to number 10 for Boris Johnson to allow President Buhari to come into this nation.
For the benefit of those that might not know that people have been going there, I know you're tired, you need to go home, I won't take much of your time. How long have you been going there? I mean...
Over 4 weeks now, we've been going there.
Over 4 weeks?
We're not tired, yes.
And you're not tired?
We're not tired. Every day you have to go until our need is met.
Until our need is met. This segment now, we're discussing Yoruba Nation. Is a Star Radio UK, is a live transmission from this particular, and we're being streamed as well back on our social media handle as well. I want to ask you, I've asked my listeners, President Muhammadu Buhari is seeking medical support here. What is your view on that?
That is an abuse of every citizen in Nigeria. If he could not meet the welfare of his people and he's coming down here, what I believe that because Britain is a nation that believes in justice, they shouldn't have given it to him. They should have sent him back to his country because for him to know the word of good medical care, which means he knows what we need. but he's not doing it. We thought he was going to do well. When he started, we never knew he was going to do
That he had a different agenda.
different agenda.
Bringing all the Fulanis into the country.
The Fulani that are coming into the country, thank God, he said it by his mouth that they are not Nigerian Fulani. He said they are from Mali, they are from Senegal, Niger. For him to say that, what is he doing about it?
What is he doing about it?
People's lives are being wasted. I saw a picture, a small boy. The net was caught.
Yes.
I couldn't bear it. I was crying. I saw so many heads taking off.
Yes, I saw that video
together.
as well. Very graphic video. Very, very graphic video.
Nobody wants to see it in this nation. They don't want to see
disturbing.
it. They ask us to remove it.
Disturbing.
Because it's very disturbing.
Disturbing, yeah. Quite disturbing.
There was a man
Genocide.
in his car.
Yeah, shot. I saw that, yeah.
And it was just like that. The brain, everything is
Yeah, dropped out.
We don't need that. But the painful thing is that Buhari is not saying anything. He has now went to abduct Nnamdi Kanu. For what reason? No faithfulness, no justice. For what reason? What has Kanu done? He's asking his people that they want to go, that he doesn't want them to be punished, to be under subjection any longer. And this Biafra nation we're talking about, it has been before Nigeria. As history said, it has been before the British came to Nigeria. So why is Buhari not allowed? Why did you go to abduct Nnamdi Kanu? Then talk about the gentleman, because he has many opportunities to kill. He refused to kill. And he told Nigeria, don't kill.
Yes, that's always what he says. Yeah, all the time.
Don't kill.
Yeah.
No blood was shed. Then why did they declare him wanted? Why did they declare him a criminal? When there are a lot of Fulani killing
on a daily basis.
On a daily basis. And they kill and they show it to us.
Yeah.
Unlike they will show it to us that they've killed.
Yeah, they have a court.
Buhari is not doing anything.
He's not saying anything.
Buhari is not doing anything about it. We are tired. He closed our border.
And open the border in the north.
And open the border in the north. They show it to us how they bring all the things in ban. They bring it to the country. Even guns were brought into Nigeria. Through the border.
Where? I can't see you. Yeah. Look straight. Yes. No. Come back. Continue, mother. Continue. No. So, look back. No, don't go there. Look back.
Like Igbo has done nothing. Nothing evil. Why are they trying to kill him? They went to his house in the night, in the middle of the night, which is not lawful. If I say it by my own understanding,
yeah.
You kill 2 people and you carry the dead body away. You took 12 people away. You locked them up without no court jurisdiction.
Without no jurisdiction.
At all.
Wow.
And now they ask to bring them to court. You refuse to bring them.
To court after 34 days.
Buhari is not obeying the law. We don't need somebody like that. He's teaching the younger ones how to disobey. Is that what we need at this
21st century?
21st century? No. We don't need such president. They asked them, bring them. They said they were only 8. How could they say they are 8? When they've already told the world that they were 12. And now, which means our government are liars. They are not forthcoming. They are not. And now, the dead body, we are asking the God.
Where's the dead body?
To tell Buhari to release the dead body to be honored. We have to honor those 2 weeks.
Very important.
That was killed. They took a cat. They are not ashamed. What a shame. Nigeria DSS taking a cat. And I believe the animal society.
They
killed a cat and they took another one.
Yeah, you're gonna come on in a minute. Just let my mom complete that.
If they will do that, then I believe the animal rights.
Yeah,
they should come up. You should come up. Right. If you don't come up with what they did in Nigeria,
then don't bother don't tell us anything about animal rights.
Don't do anything.
All right.
I pay insurance on the cars. On the cards, I pay for it, insurance. I do charity on it because I know the importance of life. Okay. If the animal charity did not talk, please don't talk.
Just under 30 seconds before I let you go, so that I can bring my next guest on as well. I know it's been a long day. What is the message? You can speak this because this is Yoruba segment now. It's about 7:30. We start this every Wednesday where we discuss about Yoruba Nation. You can say this in Yoruba or in English. Your 30 seconds to those that are watching us and those that will have opportunity. Why should we have Yoruba Nation?
Tá a bá ti ṣe nísìn ká gbára wa kó lọ́wọ́ wọn àwọn ọmọ wa ọmọ máa dẹrù ni gbogbo ohun ọ̀ní ta ní ní orílẹ̀-èdè wa ọ̀dọ̀ wa ló ti ń kó lọ sọ́hùn fún wa ní kékeré àwọn ń gbé 20% fún wa ní 5%. ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá wọ́n máa sọ pé kò kàn ẹ́ àwọn táwa ń bì amọ̀gbó kàn wá la ṣe ṣe ó kàn wá gidi gan. Má bẹ̀rù di ọmọ Ọlọ́run gbàdúrà ṣe òtítọ́ àti òdodo àwọn Nàìjíríà ọ̀ṣọ́dodo wàá rí wọn ní mọ́tò 20 wọ́n ní pléènì 10 kí ló fi ń ṣe ebi ń pàwọ̀ àbíbi òpá ṣe oníṣẹ́ ṣe o ti jáde yunifásitì òun ṣọ̀kadà máa o ti jáde yunifásitì òun ṣe bábà o ti máa mẹ́ẹ̀ ó ta gbogbo nǹkan ní ẹ̀ láti wọ ẹ lọ sí school àbọ̀ ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ó wá jáde tán ó ríṣẹ́ ṣe ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ dìde gbára yín ẹ jẹ́ agbára wa wọn ò lè pa gbogbo wa ẹ má bẹ̀rù nítorí pé Ọlọ́run ti wà lẹ́yìn wa gbogbo ohun tí a ní ṣẹ́gun mi là ní ni ti góòdì là ní ni gbogbo ohun rọ̀bì tọ́lọ́run fún wa a lè dúró a dẹ̀ dá dúró pinnu láti dá dúró ọmọ Yorùbá rere.
Thank you very much. That's a very powerful one there, and I'll let my mother go while I see if I can bring my next, guest in. Thank you very much. Have a very good evening. We're still on Star Radio UK, and we are just about 11 minutes before the program ends. We were meant to be on this show together, but he's running out of time. But right now, I will let him introduce himself and then ask one or two questions because a lot of Nigerians still believe in Nigeria. Why do they believe in Nigeria?
Because they think like for them. If not that, they are part of those who are the 1% enjoying the mineral resources of Nigeria with Buhari. They are politicians, and they are sales of politicians. There are many of them in Europe, here in UK. I do talk to few of them. They believe in party. This is not a party matter. This is a matter of my nation, Yoruba nation. My nation has been my nation before British came. Yoruba nation has become a Yoruba nation. If you are Igbo or Hausa in my land, you are foreigner. Despite the fact that they merge us together. If I go to the northern part or the eastern part of Nigeria, I'm a foreigner. They will ask me, where do you come from? I will tell them I'm from Ondo. And when you are, even if you are from any region in Yoruba land, you travel from one state to another state in Yoruba land, they still ask you. So likewise in Europe, when you are in Germany, you leave your region to another part of Germany, they ask you, where do you come from? So therefore, I'm talking of constituency and local government. What I'm concerned about is my constituency and local government. Then, in all together, my Yoruba nation, because we speak the same language. A nation, we call a nation, is where people speak the same language, where they understand the same language. If I talk Ondo with Egba or to Ijebu, they understand me. If Eko or whatever Ibadan talk in their language, or Kwara talk in their language, I understand. Then common language that brings us together is Yoruba. So those who are still believing in Nigeria, the dead nation.
It's a dead nation.
It's a dead nation. It's dead already. It's a dead nation. And nothing, nobody, even God cannot answer anybody's prayer. All those so-called men of evil, I don't call them men of God. Though there are people God called and they're doing the
calling.
but we know that. But the so-called commercialized Jesus Christ name, they call themselves men of evil. I don't call them men of God. Let them be praying and fasting till tomorrow. Nothing. If prayer can do it, for how many years? For how many years?
Let me
Prayer
ask.
cannot do
Let me
anything.
ask this question. A lot of Nigerians are saying we are only trying to stop the 2023 election.
No election. If it is war, let it war. We're gonna burn everything. I preach violence, I preach sabotage, because Nelson Mandela preached violence and sabotage. That's why they put him into prison. America stand against British colonization with violence. Ask all the America to be armed and finish them. That is how they send the British out of their land. There is no nation gain independence without war. We're joking, we're deceiving ourselves. We're gonna burn everything to ashes.
A lot of Nigerians are asking, why is it that it's just the diaspora that are kind of in tune, but those at home are probably not interested? Why do you want to force it on them?
The point is that we in diaspora, we have vision. We have seen what they don't see. The exposure, the education, and not that the people at home don't know, but the point is that fellas suffering and smiling. That is what is happening. I mean, it is in Nigeria where they celebrate those who are oppressing them, those who are aggressive to them. I mean, they know, but the point is that they stay behind the glass. And the problem of Nigeria is too complex. There are people they sharing money, they collected money, and there are people they are lazy. I mean, politicians are lazy. What are they doing? If you want to serve your nation, you should be okay already before you come out and serve your nation.
Buhari is in London seeking medical support.
Where are the hospitals in Lagos? I mean, I don't blame Buhari, I blame the British government, because the British government and all what powerful leaders, all the powerful nations, they were campaigning against terrorism all over the world after 9/11, and they have threatened with all other nations, to Africa, to Asia, to everywhere. I don't see why Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of United Kingdom, is rubbing shoulder with Buhari now, when he knows that he is a terrorist and he has terrorist Al-Qaeda member in his government. I am very disappointed. It's a shame for Boris Johnson to allow such a terrorist to come into his country. So they are hypocrites.
We're running out of time. We're gonna have to come back again with another interview. We're just about 5 minutes before I go back and hand over back to the studio. This is the Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. 1914 amalgamation has expired. What is really holding us together in Nigeria?
Yoruba, we are very tolerant. Now, this is point I wanted to, talk about before. It's only Yoruba, Yoruba tribe that, in the Yoruba land, that other tribes are speaking in Yoruba and bearing Yoruba name. But we are not bearing Ikeshuku, we are not bearing Miyeti or Goma. But they come to our land, they're bearing Bamidele, because we are very tolerant. It is the tolerance of Yoruba that let us be together. It is tolerance of Yoruba that we got independence together in 1960. We are very tolerant. We are good people, and they're taking advantage of that. And enough is enough. We cannot take it anymore. We are very tolerant. Not everybody speaking in Yoruba are Yoruba. So there are Omali among the people speaking Yoruba and among the Yorubas.
The last question before I'm going to be handing over back to the studio. Once again, thank you very much, my producer, working tirelessly back in the studio. My question is, we have so many Nigerians outside Nigeria that do not believe in what we are saying? What will you say to them?
Yeah, they are select ignorant. They know. Even the well-educated, they know. They pretend because they are okay. You know, the point is that when you are okay and you don't care about your neighbors, something is wrong.
Something is wrong. I'm going to leave it there, and then I'm going to be saying, as you can see behind me, we've been here for the last 2 hours. It's Star Radio UK. I want to engage the sister there, what I'm going to finish up in just about a few minutes. Thank you very much to those of you that have been watching us. I've been asking the question, where is Muhammadu Buhari, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Right behind me, the last vehicle I've just left, I didn't see Buhari coming out. He's not in Abuja House. We'll be back again, same time next week, when I'll be coming up with another edition from another location. Maybe we might be in Abuja House next week, Wednesday. I don't know yet. That's if, we're trying to look for Buhari. I need to know where he is so that we want to ask him the question, why is he taking medical treatment in UK while millions of Nigerians do not have access to the same facility as well? Thank you very much once again to everyone that have joined us this evening, the 4th of August. We're happy that at least the 12 people that are at the DSS, we were able to see them after 34 days, and we hope they'll be released on bail as quickly as possible. Thank you very much to everyone that have tuned in from all the platforms, from those watching us on Koiki Media, people who are watching us on Star Radio UK, and those that will be also blogging this later as well. My question is, do you think it's not the right time? Let me rephrase that again. Why not join the movement now before it is too late? Thank you very much, and I'll say have a very good evening, and I'll now hand over back to the studio in Croydon, where I say Odabo, Niger Voices will be back again same time next week. Bye for now.